Shalom, Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in truth, righteousness, and sincerity. To you I say Shalom. This is the brother Yeshaya coming at you again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. And the title of this lesson is going to be More Pestilence is in Prophecy. As we've seen the past couple years, the whole thing with the C-19, how it has pretty much they made it a big deal, right? So that way they can get everybody, envenomated with that whole juice pack, which you see was happening to those people that had gotten it. They ended up dying suddenly, right? But now you got this new thing going on, which I'm gonna get into right now. I got this article pulled up from RT News, and it says, "Who calls," or WHO, which is a World Health Organization. It says, "Who calls urgent meeting on killer virus?" Right. So apparently there's a new virus is out. You know, a new threat on the scene, so to speak. Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in. It says 9 deaths and 16 suspected cases have been reported so far in a new Marburg virus outbreak in Africa. And it reads, the World Health Organization, the WHO, or WHO, has convened to discuss a new outbreak of a highly infectious virus in Central Africa, looking at several vaccine candidates that could potentially stop the pathogen that causes hemorrhage fever with a fatality rate of 88%. So this is a very highly infectious virus, with a mortality rate of 88%, meaning 88% of people who are exposed to this virus end up dying, right? So continuing on, it says, WHO officials held an urgent meeting on Tuesday to review the Marburg virus. That's the name of the virus, Marburg virus, which I heard of this virus before. They talked about it, how it's pretty much like a strand of Ebola, which is going to get into it. But it's pretty much a strand of Ebola. I don't know if it's deadlier. I believe it's deadlier than Ebola. I think this is like one of the top deadly viruses so far, right? But continuing on, it says, um, WHO officials held an urgent meeting on Tuesday to review the Marburg virus now spreading in Equatorial Guinea, where at least 9 people have lost their lives to the illness, in addition to more than a dozen suspected cases. Right, so 9 people have already died because of this thing, right? And it says that more than a dozen, I believe it says it up here, 16 suspected cases, right? So they're pretty much trying to make calling this an outbreak, you know, especially for how infectious it is, the deadly um, mortality rate that it has, you know. Hey, and it's not a coincidence that it's happening now, when you have so much things going on around the world, man. You had the earthquake that happened last week. You have the UFO thing going on right now. You got the whole the train derailment over there in East Palestine, over there in Ohio. You got what else you got? Um the CBDC, about to be released. You got over there the war in Ukraine, things ramping up. Um More tensions with China. I mean, so much things, man, just adding up, adding up, adding up. showing you these are the last days, man. If the stock market about to crash, they're talking about the stock market is about to crash, how inflation rate is going up, recession is on an all-time high. I mean, hey, the brother's been saying, man, this is like the Melvin squeeze, man. Like you saw in the movie Baby Boy. You have Melvin, holding the character for Tyrese, um, had him in a headlock. Hey, you know, the squeeze is happening. And everybody's feeling it, but we're gonna feel that squeeze happen more and more to where it's gonna be a full-on shit. It's gonna be a whole anaconda squeeze, man. The shit ain't gonna let up. It's gonna continually get worse and worse, right? So continuing on, it says, um, the agency announced that medical experts and protective gear will be sent to the country, and said samples will be brought to a lab in Senegal to help trace the origin of the new outbreak. It says Marburg is highly infectious thanks to the rapid and decisive action of the Equatorial Guinea authorities, Salakia, by the Equatorial Guinea authorities in confirming the disease. Emergency response can get to full steam quickly so that we save lives and halt the virus as soon as possible. Dr. Machi Matshidiso Moeti, WHO regional director for Africa, said, um, belonging to the same family of viruses as Ebola, Marburg is considered highly dangerous and is known to cause a form of viral hemorrhage fever, which leads to bleeding from the nose, mouth, and other body parts. Other symptoms include extreme lethargy, dehydration, nausea, vomiting, sore throat, and abdominal pain. So the symptoms on this are worse than the whole C-19, right? Hey, and this could be that pestilence, that disease, that virus that Bill Gates was talking about. Because that's the way these devils work, man. They have to tell you about it. They have to warn you about something coming. They have to tell you of an imminent threat before they actually release it. That's part of the whole satanic thing that they got going on, right? But continuing on, it says, um, while there is currently no accepted vaccine or antiviral therapy to treat Marburg, the WHO noted that a range of potential treatments are now being evaluated, including blood products from immune therapies and drug therapies, as well as multiple candidate vaccines undergoing phase 1 trials. So now they're working on, them jabs, man, trying to get, of course, everybody jabbed up, which we already know what's going to happen with that, man. If this does become, a worldwide thing, you're going to start seeing mass deaths, mass a massive push to get everybody jabbed up. Hey, we might see lockdowns again, right? Everything that happened during the whole C-19 is going to happen, but on a more larger, grander scale, because they already tested the waters, so to speak, with the whole C-19. Now, by bringing this out, if this is a thing, if this is the one, right, this thing is going to be on a more grander scale. Everything is going to be in all systems of their new world government is going to be, it's already set up, man. It's already in place. The whole thing's to get everything in motion. The people have already been programmed to accept certain outcomes, and to accept that, hey, they're going to have to be working from home. They're going to have to um, pretty much relinquish certain rights in order to be safe, right? But you already see, like I said, everybody's on is in this squeeze right now, financially, emotionally, mentally, right? So people, when this thing comes down, man, people ain't going to have no choice but to subject themselves unto this. Now, of course, you're going to have some uprising, some, sedition among men and all this and that, riots, civil unrest, right? But eventually, hey, people gonna, gonna have to submit themselves to this. Otherwise, they ain't gonna eat. But we know where this is going, man. I mean, like I said, and even if this ain't the one, to put things in motion, we know that, hey, it's coming. Esau's got so many cards up his sleeve, man, that, hey, at any moment he can pull it out, right? So continuing on, it says, we're working on a 30-day response plan where we should be able to quantify what are the exact measures and quantify what are the exact needs. George Ame, the WHO's representative of Equatorial Guinea said. So, and I'm pretty sure they got this whole 30-day response plan all around the world, already set up and already in place at a moment's notice to be executed. So it says, I'm gonna finish this out. Though Marburg is known to have a fatality rate of around 50%, past outbreaks have taken an even greater toll. It says in 2004, the virus struck Angola and infected 252 people. 90% of them died. It says Ghana also reported a small outbreak last year, though just 2 fatalities were counted at the time. The virus is named after the city in Germany where it was first recorded in 1967. At the time, a shared shipment of infected monkeys from Africa caused near simultaneous outbreaks in laboratories in Marburg and Frankfurt, as well as Belgrade, Yugoslavia, resulting in a total of 7 deaths. So there you go, man. This this new pestilence, it ain't gonna be no nothing to play around with, man. This thing is gonna be serious. But let me play this video real quick. It's about the same thing.
Equatorial Guinea has confirmed its first outbreak of the highly infectious and deadly Marburg virus. That, the World Health Organization said on Monday, follows the deaths of at least 9 people. Speaking on state television, Health Minister Mito Ondo Ayakaba said samples sent to an Institute Pasteur laboratory in Senegal had come back positive for Marburg, which is similar to Ebola.
La enfermedad causada por el virus.
When I first watched this, I was actually surprised. And this is off topic, but I was surprised that they were speaking Spanish over there in Africa, over there in Equatorial Guinea. But now looking at the where it's located, it kind of makes sense because it's south of Spain, so a little bit more south of Spain. It's south of Cameroon, but I was surprised that they spoke Spanish over there. I didn't know that. That was a little bit off topic, but let's continue on.
The illness caused by the Marburg virus is serious and fatal.
Este virus causa una fiebre hemorrágica.
This virus causes a serious hemorrhagic fever in people. The death rate can reach 88%.
Por ciento, para que se hagan una idea.
To give you an idea, the death rate of COVID-19 didn't reach 2%.
See that? The death rate of the C-19 didn't reach 2%. This thing is 88%. Yo, hey, we're entering into some dangerous times. If this thing, like I said, if this thing is it, We're entering into some dangerous times. Evils and only evils, man. Let me play this. Continue on.
La tasa
Currently, there is no preventative vaccine.
no existe vacuna preventiva.
The minister said the 9 deaths have been linked to a funeral ceremony in Key and Tem province. Local health authorities initially reported an unknown illness causing hemorrhagic fever cases on February the 7th. In addition to the 9 deaths, Equatorial Guinea has reported 16 suspected cases of Marburg virus, with symptoms including fever, fatigue, and blood-stained vomit and diarrhea, the WHO said. People have been quarantined and movement restricted in Key and Tem. Neighbouring Cameroon has also restricted movement along its border amid concerns about contagion.
Right, so that's pretty much it on that. But yeah, man, hey. We're starting to see things ramp up, man. The Most High is working out here. You know, he's showing, you know, that he's on his way. You know, Yahweh Shai is on his way. He's coming. What did Yahweh Shai say? You know, I come bring the fire, but what will I if it be kindled already? Roughly paraphrasing. So things is gonna be, you know, things is gonna be heated. Things is gonna be hot out here, man. Shit is gonna be going down before Yahweh Shai returns. You know. But let me get this. You know, let's go ahead and jump into some scriptures. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And that's what you're seeing right now, man. A lot of wars and rumors of wars. Rumors of, you know, World War III, which, wait, I believe we're already, you know, entering into that phase of World War III. If not, we're already in World War III, right? But it says, because you're hearing rumors you know, of China and United States, you know, going at it. You also hear about United States and Russia and all this and that, right? But it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right? The end is not yet. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So there's going to be, you know, like it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. So you're going to start seeing, you know, race wars going on, man. You know, something's going to take place. Some event is going to take place to where a race war is going to start popping up over here in America, a civil war, right? So it says, and there shall be famines. Hey, and isn't that what we're seeing too? You know, I just made a video a couple days ago of all these, you know, egg farms, chicken farms burning down. You know, these places, um, these farms that are growing crops, they have to burn down all their crops because the government said so. These animals, uh, cows, um, there's different types of animals, goats, sheep, having to be put down because for some fucking reason, I don't even know. You got Bill Gates buying up all this land, promoting, they're over here promoting GMO foods and these fake synthetic foods that are grown in labs, showing you that, hey, they got something in plan. And Jake's got to see this, man. Jake ain't seeing the big picture of this. They're just seeing, oh, they're creating lab created meat. But why? Why is Bill Gates buying up all this land? Why are all these farms burning down? All these processing plants burning down? Something is at play here, man. Right? And it says, and pestilences, right? Pestilences. They don't we just C1, this past couple years with the whole C19, and then you got this one. Apparently the WHO is very interested in this. Like I said, and who knows, man? Like I said, this might be nothing. This might, just come down to being nothing. But, just something to keep an eye on, right? But even if it does become nothing, man, hey, there's a lot of things going on out here, man. Like I said, you had the whole train derailment. Brothers been going into that. And that's just been polluting the waters, which is gonna affect. It's gonna affect so much shit. It's gonna affect bottled water. It's gonna affect uh, uh um people's water that they draw from their sink. It's gonna affect plants. It's gonna affect plants from growing. The air that you breathe, right? So hey, it's something to keep an eye on, man. So much things going on right now. The whole UFO thing. Esau says it shot down 4 UFOs. You know, got the whole balloon thing with China. I mean, come on. So many distractions and psyops. So much shit going on, man. And it's like I said, and this all at once, like all this thing at once, showing you that some big event is about to take place. Esau always does the same play. He always brings us the same play over and over again. He's a one-trick pony. But anyway, continuing on, it says, and earthquakes in diverse places, and we just saw an earthquake just last week over there in Turkey and Syria, killed over 20,000 people, and still counting. Right? Verse 8, it says, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So this is just the beginning, man. We're just touching the tip of the iceberg, man. There's still a lot more that's coming. Esau still hasn't showed off his true wickedness yet. Even though he's giving you a little taste of how he feels. But soon you're gonna start seeing his horns truly show. He's gonna use all the power that he has in on his left hand side. On this all the power that he has from the sword that he has, and he has accumulated from the years here in this kingdom, in his kingdom. He's gonna come forth, man, because he knows that he has a short time. So he's gonna use everything he's got to try to maintain his power. So like I said, he's gonna show his true horns in that day. Right? So, hey man, you gotta keep an eye, man. You gotta keep an eye, man. You gotta keep an eye out, man. You gotta keep watching. That's why this Yahweh said, hey man, keep watch. What I say to you and what I say to all, watch. Right? Roughly paraphrasing. But let me get this. Let me get this precept. Jeremiah 30 and verse 7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that's the times we're approaching, man. Jacob's trouble. And like we always say, it ain't called Jacob's trouble for no damn reason. All this judgment is coming unto the house of Israel. It's tailored for Israel. So all y'all tough ass, I can do this myself, I'm Rambo ass Jakes. Hey, alright, be prepared, man. Because y'all ain't built for this. It ain't like we always say, it ain't called Jacob's trouble for no reason. You know, all the security that you have here, all this false sense of security, all this pride, this belief that you're gonna breeze through Jacob's trouble through your own through your own strength, through your own um just on your own. It ain't gonna happen, man. Only those that trust in Yahweh Bashim Shah are gonna be saved. It says, but he shall be saved out of it. Who's the he? The elect. Those that put their trust in Yahweh Bashim Shah, they're the ones that are gonna be delivered. Right? But let me get this. Let me go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 28. And I'm gonna start at verse 60. Because it is written, man, it's written. It says, moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also every sickness and every plague, which is not written in the book of this law, them will Yahweh bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. And that's what you're going to see, man, in Jacob's trouble. This and so much more. Persecution, newly created beasts, apparitions. I mean, the list goes on, man. Famine, right? Jake ain't going to know what to do in these days that's coming. You got to understand that this whole society, the whole construct, the way it's set up, Jake has been baby the whole time, been pampered. Jake doesn't know how to function without Esau's help. So of course Jake is going to end up relying upon Esau in that time. Esau's going to come out with the MOTB, you know, that charagma. He's going to push it upon Jake. And 2/3 of Jake, they're just going to fall for it. They're going to see it as a way of escape, as a way of salvation, to escape these plagues, right? That's going to fall upon America, fall upon Egypt, right? Because America is spiritually called Egypt in the scriptures. So we're going to see Jake, you know, start bugging out and have no choice but to rely on Egypt. But the elect, they're going to rely upon Yahweh Bashim El Shai, and they're going to be delivered. 2/3 of Jake, they're going to rely upon Esau, and eventually, you know, they're going to be taken out. And that's just it, man. That's going to be their outcome. So it says, actually, that's it on that. You know, but just talking about how, you know, just because I mentioned these Rambo ass niggas. I'm gonna get this scripture real quick. Proverbs 3 and 5. It says, trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. That's right, man. That day, man, that's Jake is gonna be leaning upon, at least 2/3 of Jake, they're gonna be trying to lean upon their own understanding of how to maneuver the little lack of awareness and understanding of the times that they have. They're gonna try to do things their way, right? Lean upon their own understanding. They're going to end up getting caught up in some crazy ass situations, and they ain't gonna escape out of it. But it says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. That's why it's important to trust in Yahweh Bashim Shah. And those that do, what does it say? Verse 6, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Hey, the path of the elect, those that trust in Yahweh Bashim Shah, their path is gonna be made clear. The Most High is gonna direct them. He's going to take care of them. Now, the scriptures say, you know, the elect shall scarcely be saved. They're going to barely make it out. But what about the 2/3? They're not going to make it out at all. They're going to get caught up with their own devices, man. They're going to think they got it, but they won't. Like I said, they ain't going to make it out. All because they didn't trust in the Lord. They didn't seek his counsel. This damn Marburg virus is going to end up, you know, hitting them like a 12-gauge shotgun. End up taking them out. And you know Esau is going to come out with some jabs or shit. He might just roll out the MOTB. And Jake's going to fall for that, man. All because they trust in the enemy. They trust in Esau. They trust in Egypt. As a matter of fact, let me get this. Isaiah 30, verse 7, it says, For the Egyptians shall I help in vain, to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this, the strength is to sit still. You know, Esau can't even save himself. So by Jake, you know, running to Esau for help, hey, you're going to start noticing, or Jake's going to notice that Esau is going to help to no avail. Because Esau is the one that's, you know, he's the one that's setting these things up. Because like I said, there ain't no coincidence that all this is coming out all at once. And he's got a plan, and he's executing it. Ultimately, this is all the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know, only he who not letteth will let he be taken out of the way. You know, the Most High is letting this dude letting this man get down. So like it, he's letting this man get down. He's letting it do what he do, which is be the devil, right? So for you to put your trust in Esau, which is a modern day Egyptian, you know the scriptures say that your trust in Pharaoh shall be your confusion. Roughly, let me see if I can get it actually. Or I think it's a trust in Egypt. Isaiah 30. I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, actually, I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, uh, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Right? So it says, Woe to you, rebellious children. Woe to you, 2/3, right? Who are rebellious, ain't trying to listen to the prophets out there hearing about highways and byways, bringing the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know, because ultimately, which is the mouthpiece of the Lord? The Lord's out here, you know, putting the Spirit on us to come out here and warn you. Verse 2, that walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. That's right. Jake is going to think he's going to go down to Egypt or go down to Esau for help. And then, no, get the okie doke, man. Get fucked up. Then they're gonna be in a terrible case, man. They're gonna be confused. Like, what? I thought this was for our benefit. I thought this was what to shut the fuck up, man. We warned you. And in that day, don't come to us for help, man. You done took the MOTB, you done, rejected all the counsel of the Lord. You decided to, trust in, what does it say? I just read it. Goddamn, slipped my mind. You decided to lean upon your own understanding. You decided to trust in Esau. So woe unto you. We ain't going to have no pity for you. Right? So from here, let me go to Sirach. Or, Ecclesiasticus. Salakia. This thing is acting up. Ecclesiasticus 14. And I'm going to start at verse 5. Alright. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 14 and 5, it says, He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. He who is evil to himself, you see how he treats his own people. So what makes you think that he's going to treat you any better? What makes you think that he's going to have a special place for you, in his heart? He's going to feel sorry for you. He hates you, Jake. He's your enemy. He's your mortal enemy. I mean, Jake just forgot everything this nigga has done. All the atrocities he committed against our people. And Jake is easy to forget it. Easy to forgive that. The scriptures say, never trust thine enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Meaning, his wickedness has not been wiped away. It's always there. Even though you wipe it clean, it's always going to show forth. Right now, it might seem like his wickedness has been wiped away clean. Hey, all right, man, just wait. Give it some time. As the scripture says, who will pity a snake charmer? And that day, we ain't going to pity you because we warned you about this man. We told you he is your enemy. So if you get bit by that serpent, okay, that's on you. You made your decision. Now you pay the consequences. Jay's got to take accountability for his actions too, man. So let me get this last precept, because like I said, all these things is taking place all at once. It ain't no coincidence. There ain't no coincidence. All this is. Hold on. It ain't no coincidence that all this is happening at the same time. Esau's a crafty, subtle motherfucker, man. He plays a role of the devil real well. He's doing his job well. But what's Jake doing? He's supposed to be playing the role of the righteous. And what the hell are you doing? Doing a terrible job at it. Taking the side of the damn devil. The scripture says that the weeds of the righteous have surpassed the deeds of the wicked. The deeds of the righteous is you, Jake. You have surpassed the deeds of the wicked. Meaning you become more wicked than the wicked. But anyway, let me get this real quick. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? We ain't ignorant of his devices, man. We see right through this man. We know we know he's got something planned. So we're watching, man. We watching, man. We keeping an eye on this dude. He's got something up his sleeve. Just like you're playing a card game, right? And this dude is constantly just winning, having royal flushes and shit. You'd be like, okay, something's up with this dude. You know, something suspicious about this man. I'm gonna keep an eye on this dude. He's gonna pull a card out of his sleeve, out of his ass somewhere, right? Two-thirds of Jake is just letting this dude get away with anything. But us that we see, we got the eye salve. You know, we got the truth, we got the vision. We see right through this man. Again, this is all through the Rakak Kwadash. This is how we're able to see again, man. But the Rakak Kwadash ain't dealing with everybody. It's only dealing with the elect. And Lord willing, we'll be part of that number because, you know, the scripture says many are called, but few are chosen. So we got to constantly endure, right? So, you know, hey, keep an eye on this thing. You know, something big is going to happen. We know that. Brother's been saying that. There's so much thing happening all at once, you know. Keep an eye on everything. The war, pestilence, famine. I mean, there's so much things going on. You know, Jake, you shouldn't be in this, I don't know how to even say it. I guess it's just ignorant and lackadaisical mindset to where you just ain't trying to hear it. All these things is happening and none of this is concerning to you. You know, you gotta keep an eye on this shit, man. But anyway, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. You know, I hope this lesson was edifying. You know, I'm gonna finish off by saying, Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and ruled well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Until the next time, I'm going to say, Shalom. Kwam Yasharala and Abba Ball.